What's going on, everyone? So, welcome to the latest live stream. This is part of a series that we've done. We did 4 live streams where we did a collective top 100, which was no easy task, but we are going in alphabetical order. And you clicked on this live stream, so you guessed it. This time around, the 3 of us are discussing Avengers Infinity War, which is a 2018 film. It was a huge success, made over $1 billion. It did receive 1 Oscar nomination for visual effects. And in case you guys need to know the premise of this movie, the Avengers and their allies must be willing to sacrifice all in an attempt to defeat the powerful Thanos before his blitz of devastation and ruin puts an end to the universe as we know it. This is a 2-parter. There, of course, was Endgame, which would come out the following year. I believe it was May of 2019. And right away, I just want to say I'm joined with Sergey of SkynetGen, who is, I believe, 5 subscribers away from 1,000. So be sure to go to his channel and subscribe to him. Marv also has a YouTube channel. He is the #1 Cowboys fan. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. He is looking to reach 10 subscribers. Be sure to hit that number 10 mark. And yeah, guys, you excited to talk about Avengers Infinity War?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say if you want to know the premise, go watch all of the 13 movies leading up to
it. I figured with this, we'll of course have spoiler chat, but I would say the funny thing is about this movie is that as dense as it is with all of the different characters, I feel like you could just watch the way I do it, where it's like Black Panther, and then you watch Infinity War, and then you watch Endgame, because a lot of it does
rewarding. It's more rewarding watching all of them, or close to all of them. There are some really like fillers in there, but
yeah,
that's why. I mean, that's why I watched Winter Soldier, because there's a scene in Endgame that pays off with that.
Yeah, the Hail scene.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when this movie came out in 2018?
Yeah.
What about
at the time? I still enjoyed Marvel movies.
Now you're off the Marvel train.
They're better than they were, but you know, they will never reach the highs of this movie and the movies before it.
I call nonsense.
I don't know. When I see it, I'll believe it.
We are 14 months away from one of the greatest movies of all time being released on the public. It is going to be fantastic. Okay.
We will discuss that, and I actually wanted to mention this. So I don't know about you two, but when I first saw this in theaters, I thought it was just okay, and I went back to my review earlier today, and when I was watching it, it was funny because I mentioned in it how it was very ambitious, the fact that they were able to get, I think it was like 60 characters together, and how I wouldn't be surprised if one of the following Avengers movies, they also bring X-Men and Fantastic Four, and that's what's going to be happening. So I'm like, oh wow, like I kind of predicted that.
You thought it was just okay on first viewing, though?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I heard my criticisms, and I'm like, I don't disagree with them, except for the one, which is kind of a spoiler. So when we talk about spoilers, I'll mention that. But yeah, Marv and I, when we went to the movies yesterday, we kind of discussed it. I think even on 4K physical media, I think the colors in the movie really don't pop the way that they should.
Yeah, the color grading is ugly.
Yeah, and it's very distracting. I feel like a movie like this really
distracting. Is less distracting in Endgame, though. I think it's a much better looking movie.
Yes, until the third.
Which one is better looking?
I would say
Endgame. In fact, Endgame I actually now prefer over Infinity War.
Because of your rewatch.
Yeah,
I'd have to watch Endgame to know if I still don't know if I can, because Infinity War has that breakneck pace, those stakes.
I mean, the last hour is fantastic of Infinity War, and that's what really makes that movie for me.
And what about the first 2 hours of Endgame?
Oh, I love it. I honestly love the first 2 hours of Endgame because they treat it like a drama. There aren't constant zingers and everything. You have certain characters, again, without getting into spoilers for that movie, you have certain characters that are like really depressed. The actions of this movie have repercussions and a ripple effect that you can feel it. I mean, it was one of those things I will never forget watching it in theaters, and I was just like, this is good. Like I like this. I'm really digging this.
I like that you said that. Like, you just simple. This is good. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
I was
because
like, this is not supposed to be happening. What is happening to me?
well, because I remember when I saw the trailer for Endgame, I'm like, they're acting like it's all serious, but I know there's going to be zingers every 2 seconds, and so the first
Yeah,
10 minutes, I was like, wait a minute, this is like
this
this is good.
this is the problem though with every Marvel movie. On rewatch on Black Panther and Infinity War, the humor is just not as good as when I remembered it.
Although Black Panther, Andy Serkis, anytime that he made a zinger, I was like, I loved it. I love Andy Serkis in that movie.
I will say that I don't really know. I think I don't have a problem with humor in movies. I feel like it can be needed in some cases, but I feel like there's the reason why we point it out, or I guess everybody starts to point it out these days, is because their humor, it almost feels like tacked on, and it doesn't work most of the time, or if ever
And
in these days.
it
It
undercuts
just
certain
it
things.
feels like insert joke here kind of moments.
And the jokes aren't funny, right?
Wow.
Like I was thinking about Fantastic Four, and we all thought that movie was okay.
Yeah,
And I was like watching the honest trailer for it earlier, and I just remember thinking like, yeah, like it's as terrible as everybody says the old movies are, which I don't subscribe to. I always like those movies, but everybody doesn't like them. But I will say, just personally, I feel like the jokes in those movies landed better than the ones in the new movie. Like I just felt like it feels like they're just trying too hard. Like they don't have the sauce when it comes to the writing. Like I think that the people who they hire, it's almost like they hire writers who won't really try to bring that A game wit that tries to
Burning
really.
style.
Yeah, I feel like they don't even
Yeah,
really they don't bring that in. Like like we'll talk about this later, but we saw one battle after another yesterday,
yeah, we
and
did.
but that humor felt well placed. It felt like it was somebody else's sense of humor, and it wasn't like he was trying to be funny. Like that was just him coming through the movie,
It's
right?
because yeah, the situations warranted it. Where sometimes that happens in life, where if you have really good banter with someone, just naturally, it can just bring about humorous moments. Versus if you have certain moments in Marvel movies, it just feels so forced.
Yes.
Like I will say this. I guess we'll get a little bit into spoilers. I feel like at this point we're 8 minutes in. Spoilers. When
If you
Spider-Man is on the ship and he is like, "Oh, you know that like old movie like Aliens?" I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, I mean, I guess that's funny because haha, like he's a young kid and he thinks it's old. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, he is literally heading to outer space and potentially dying. I'm like, I understand humor is used a lot of times for, you know, those type of situations, but it just felt so out of place. I'm like, at this point in the movie, with seeing everything that's happening, literally being attacked by one of the biggest forces, I don't know. It just
there was one joke where Tony Stark was like, "Well, one more pop culture reference out of you." That I thought was kind of funny.
yeah, and that's because Robert Downey Jr. is just naturally funny. So even if it is, you know, kind of tonally inconsistent with everything, but that just said, it it's one of those things where it is hard to dock points with this movie because it's already been established that this is what we do. This is what we do as a franchise where we always constantly have a lot of humor to try to offset any potential drama. And I feel like Infinity War is one of the better examples though, because when the snap does happen towards the end, there's not any jokes going on. And you do feel for these characters with what's happening, and that's all and a lot of points because of the acting, but also because of how they're handling the tone during that in particular sequence, which I think is like 10 minutes long, but it's really good. I just wish that was kind of established even more so early on instead of just being like really serious. It felt like a comedy in some ways, where a lot of comedies have it where the first two acts are trying to be funny and then the third act halts everything to be, super serious. And it's like,
It's a Marvel movie. They always got to keep things light.
yeah, that's true.
I don't mind that. I just think that if they want to do that, they got to bring in a creative team and let them work their magic. It's okay. I don't mind them even saying, "Listen, this is how we do things." That's fine. You could set the parameters up, but just set the parameters and let them go to work. Don't micromanage it, because I feel like you can tell now. Like if you look back at Phase One, it's imperfect, but
Oh yeah.
you can see some personality in those old movies. Like the first Thor, that doesn't feel like anything they would make now. Um, uh,
Yeah.
Cap, the first Cap, that felt like something like what movie did that feel like? It felt like something you'd see in the '90s. The first Cap, like I
Well,
felt like I could. That felt like something like Spawn, or I don't know what's another one. I'm trying to think of something to
It
compare.
had a, I think it's much better, but it had like a Indiana Jones kind of vibe that it was going for.
they
Yeah.
decided to repackage it because they're putting all these characters together, and how are they going to fit into like a collective unit? So Thor, they had to make him more comical, and Thor Ragnarok, they made him a completely different person.
Well,
Yeah, which I know this is, you have hot takes, Sergey. I have a hot take. I honestly prefer Thor in the first one and even the second one. I liked his self seriousness because there were so many characters that were able to poke fun of him being serious. I thought that worked as opposed to him being like, "Oh, I'm the joke now too. I can be funny too." And it's like, well, it's kind of like Captain America. I think he's the one consistent character where he's always been, that boy in blue where it's like, oh, I'm so serious and everything, and people are able to work off that. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why I know Winter Soldier is one of your favorites, Sergey. I think that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why it's one of the strongest entries, is because that movie matches the tone of Captain America. It is serious. It does have humor, but for the most part, it's serious, and it feels like an espionage thriller.
Yeah.
So
I have an observation. So
about Infinity War.
about Thor, it's about
Oh, yeah.
Thor. The reason they made him funny, which works well in my opinion, because Chris Hemsworth is naturally funny. But the reason they made him funny is because the first movie came out, so. The second movie nobody liked, and then I guess they wanted to like do like a that they were going to continue. They had to figure out a way to like reignite interest, because his side of the trilogy of the what do you call it, the Trinity of the big three wasn't working at that point. And it kind of goes back. Now this isn't a hot take, but you got to follow me here.
Oh boy, here we go.
If you go too Fast and Furious, right now, do you know the character of the character of Roman, right?
Yeah.
If you really look at the character, he didn't start out jokey, right? You see what I'm saying? He started out actually kind of like the bad boy. He was kind of like the replacement for Vin Diesel. That sounds weird to say, but he was. I know, right? He really was. If you watch Too Fast, Too Furious, like he has some jokes, but they're like more like how you said it earlier, Chad, about like banter with people, stuff like that. But he wasn't like jokey joke.
I think it
Now,
was because of the fifth one, because the fifth one was a very important entry in that series, because I feel like they noticed that he had the humor. He had some naturally comedic chops, and so the sixth one, they made a point to have improv scenes of him trying
But
to be
but
funny.
but but look what I just said. Look what I just said. I said Chris Hemsworth was naturally funny, right? They realized Tyrese. They said no, Tyrese, he's the comic relief. So they switched his character mid franchise.
I will give you I'll see you and I'll raise you another example. You know the Despicable Me franchise, right?
I don't follow it that well.
I will explain. I'm surprised though, because it's made billions of dollars. At this point, I'm surprised it hasn't made trillions. But Despicable Me, I think there's four movies, and then there's the Minion movies.
There's four
And
minions and four
in
Despicable
Despicable
Me's.
Me, the first Despicable Me, I think I've only seen the first two. The first Despicable Me works, and so many people love the Minions in that. But you know why they work in that? It's because it's a small dosage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Watching 90 minutes of them going bang, 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 bang,
Nah.
it just doesn't work. And I think that when you have too much of something, it can be just
Yeah.
overload and just not work. And that's what we got with, in my opinion, Thor Ragnarok, where it was like, okay, Chris Hemsworth is funny. I 100% agree. But having it be 100, what was it, 120 minutes, and there's a lot of potentially serious stuff in that movie that happens with his sister, with him,
Yeah, hell,
but it's all treated like a joke. And I'm like,
yeah.
the fact that it leads right into Infinity War, which, circling back around, Infinity War seems like it wanted to be serious, but at the same time, it had baggage of how many movies came before this? I think it was like 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but Marv, I wanted to mention, I was shocked. I didn't say this beforehand because I wanted to say it on air. I was shocked that Sergey and your rating for this movie both went down. And I wanted to talk about that because my rating stayed the same. The first time I saw it, I gave it a 3 out of 5. In the last 2 viewings, it's been a 4 out of 5. But
There are very few instances where a Marvel movie goes up for me.
I was surprised it went down. So I wanted to ask you guys what made you guys lower your ratings?
Well,
Well,
the theater experience is what sold the whole thing to me. You get excited, especially since I hadn't seen that movie since theaters probably.
Oh wow.
So I was a little more underwhelmed this time around, and I thought the humor stuck out a little bit more. And then I was also noticed the look of the film, and I was like, this doesn't look that great.
Yeah, that
Enjoyed
was
it.
my
I
issue.
thought
Like
it's one of the best Marvel movies, but it dropped a little bit.
when I watched it, that was the one thing that was bothering me. It didn't look good, and I was like, and I think I couldn't block it out of my mind because I was like, there's no reason this shouldn't look
Yeah.
good.
Like the
And
space stuff looked fine, but then outside of that, no.
like I was
Sergey,
very disappointed.
did you watch it on physical media, or was it like streaming that you watched it
No,
on?
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Marv, I know you said you watched it Disney Plus, right?
I have it on Blu-ray too.
Oh, okay. So you watched it on Blu-ray as well.
It still doesn't look good.
Well, I watched it on 4K, so I took a candy. I was expecting to love it just as much as you two.
Well,
And
Marv watched it in Vivid, and it still didn't look good.
I was genuinely shocked though. I was like, my high self was just like, why does it? I'm like, why? Like, come on, you got to bump up that contrast, man. You got to bump up those colors. Like,
But it's not just the contrast; it's also the lighting. It's
the colors too. I
the
think if you cranked up the colors during
Yeah,
certain scenes,
it
it
feels
would
a
have
little
been,
washed out.
which is odd. I mean, I get it that the Russo brothers they did that with Winter Soldier and Civil War, but that, although I'm critical of, it works because of the serious nature of it, and also you're focusing on Captain America, so you can have all of that desaturated look because it's still going to be vibrant because of Captain America's like outfit. But when you're focusing on 60 different superheroes, something like that, and they all have different colors and everything, you can't do that color scheme, I think, at least, which is why I wanted to circle back around, and I'll take the spoiler talk around right now because I wanted to ask Marv. Marv, all three of us are on the same page about the color grading and the humor. What makes you super, super, super duper excited for the next couple of Avenger films? Because it's the same directors. So I'm very curious. I'm sure Sergey is too.
allow me to tap in. Listen, fellas.
I'm ready.
Listen, we are 14 months away from the greatest cinematic experience of all time. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be it. I'm not saying you both will love it, but it will be very interesting to watch that movie. It's a turning point. I'll sell it to you this way. It is either the rebirth of a genre and the path forward for entire genre, or it is the end of a genre. Either way, that's interesting. That is very intriguing to see what happens with that. We're going to have, and I know you guys don't like this, you're going to have, Robert Downey Jr. coming back. I'm telling you now, no matter how you feel about it, it's going to bring such a level of anticipation and so much hype that I don't know if we've seen this probably since The Force Awakens. Like it's that deep. And when you understand what the story that's being adapted is, like it's just unfathomable what we're about to witness. It's that level of incredible. I'm not saying they're going to pull it off, but when you consider what's happening, it's going to be, I guess, stun. Put on the spoiler warning. The spoiler warning. Put it on right
Oh,
now.
okay, let me put it on real quick. Spoiler. There we go.
So you're going to have the new Avengers with the Fantastic Four and the original X-Men fighting Doctor Doom. Right? That is cinematic intrigue in and of itself. And we know what's coming. We know Cap is coming back. Maybe even Iron Man versus Doctor Doom. That's cinema right there. Cinema, man. I don't care what Scorsese says. All right, right. But the story that it's adapting, Doctor Doom. They say this, and I've told you this, Chad. Right? I never told you this, Sergey. That Doctor Doom inspired Darth Vader. What you're about to see is the what people call the greatest villain of all time, done right. I can't wait for this. Like, I really want you guys to understand what's about to happen. And I'm not saying they're going to pull it off again, but we have to just get ready for this. I think this is going to be something very special. It's an uphill battle, but this could be awesome. Now, they have the same cinematographer coming back. I have no hope. I have no hope in that department.
I
So,
actually just I'm looking. I'm multitasking right now. I actually just checked, and this cinematographer, I think, could potentially breathe new life. It's Newton Thomas Siegel that's actually doing the cinematography. He did the cinematography for Drive, The Five
oh,
Bloods.
so it's not Trent Oplach?
No, and it looks like he also did the cinematography for Extraction, which Sergey and I both felt indifferent to. But Extraction has that extreme long take, which is really cool. So I think it could potentially be more visually interesting. But the Russo brothers are again directing it, so at the end of the day, that
I like their directing. I have nothing against the Russo brothers. I like them a lot.
I think they get in their way. I think honestly, I think that they're usually not the strongest part. I give them props for the ambition, the fact that they took on these movies, the fact that they upped their game with each movie. I mean, think about it. They went from Winter Soldier, which is a self-contained movie. It's good, self-contained. Civil War, it's even bigger, and then Infinity War, even bigger, and then Endgame. It's, I mean, to this date, the biggest superhero movie with how many heroes they got on there. So, I mean, I respect them more than I actually like their style. I guess we'll call it. That's just it. I feel like they don't really have a style other than just great concrete cinematography, and they do
I,
Marvel movies.
yeah, but they've made the best Marvel movies. That counts for something.
I actually, on rewatch, I think my favorite Marvel movie might be a hot take. I think it might actually be Black Panther, followed by Endgame. It's tough though because I like the filmmaking of Black Panther much more, but I think Endgame emotionally I like a little bit more. So it's tough.
See, Black Panther is the one Marvel movie that keeps going up for me.
Oh, cool.
It never goes up for me. I've never liked it that much. I think it's
Really?
okay. I think it's okay, and I think it's a very overhyped movie.
It, okay.
Obviously, I understand why it's overhyped. But I even ever since the first time I saw it, I think it's a good movie. It's a good story. I think the second half is way better than the first half. But I think it
Really?
had most definitely I do. Yes. I've always thought that. My opinion hasn't changed. I think Killmonger's a great villain. I think they
Oh, I
have
do too.
there's some great moments in there, but I just think that I don't know. I never really engaged with it that much. I think that everybody loves it because of. I think people love the idea of it more than the actual movie itself.
For me, it stems from the themes that it tackles, the world building, the filmmaking. I have to say, hands down, it's my favorite score in the MCU. I listen to
I'll
that
take that.
score quite a
Yeah.
bit. I love it. It's so good.
It's
Love what
also the
Garen
best
said.
looking Marvel movie.
I don't think that at
I
all.
agree. Like the
I don't.
usage of like blues, black, and orange and
It's
red.
such a colorful movie.
Yes.
I don't think it's the best looking at all. And I love that cinematographer, but I would not say that.
What's the best
What do you,
looking then?
yeah, I got yours.
Well, I love the first Doctor Strange. I love that movie. I love how that movie looks. I do. I've always loved how it looks.
The
That's I
look of
told
it,
you.
really?
I've always told you. I've always said that. That's for a long time. That was my actual favorite. In fact, it's
I
probably
don't
still my
remember
favorite.
what it looks like. I just remember it copying things from Inception.
Yeah, but that's not.
Uh,
That doesn't count for the look. The look of it is beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
let me pull up a
Like
picture.
Doctor Strange, Thunderbolts. I think those both look better than Black Panther and Infinity War
No,
and
definitely
Endgame.
not.
You got some
What?
hot takes, Marv.
Hey, listen, I'll die on these hills.
Thunderbolts. I'd say Fantastic Four look better than Thunderbolts, probably.
Nah, I wouldn't
This
say
is
that.
this is what Doctor Strange looks like.
Ah, look at all that gray.
That's one still. That's not even fair. That's not even fair.
Fine, let's pull up another one. Ooh, we got some
Got the
yellow.
shadows.
Oh, I have the perfect counter for this, and you should know it well, Chadwick.
I'm bel-
Context matters.
No, you're right. Yeah, I mean, again, like,
It's all right. Like nothing crazy.
You're looking at stills out of context. That is from a scene when he's literally depressed.
Chad, I think you need to pull like random stills out of context for Black Panther.
I'm going to do that right now, actually.
Okay.
I gotta go quickly because last time there was some copyright when there was like a video playing. All right,
Another one?
let's go to Black Panther. Look at that. You can see yellow. You can see brown, black.
No.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. There's white. The
I would say even the costume design is just you could talk about that.
costume
just
design
alone.
is phenomenal, and
Yeah.
I'll say this: both Black Panther movies have great costume designs.
Yeah.
Let's do another one, a random one. Look at that.
I definitely see the same thing that I see in Infinity War when I look at that picture. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness! Really? You think that's the same? No, that's not the same look as Infinity War.
Yes, it is. It's the same how it looked when they did the Battle of Wakanda.
Battle of
Whatever.
Wakanda. I mean, granted, the Battle of Wakanda actually looked better than a lot of other scenes in the movie. I swear, Ryan Coogler probably came in for that scene. They're probably like, "All right, yeah. We'll have you do this real quick." Oh, by the way, we got a bunch of comments. Ace Paulette says, "What's good, Ace? Good to hear from you, man. Hope you're doing well." Bootzilla's in the house. He says, "Hello, fellas." In my Marvel ranking of Letterboxd, my top 5 are Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War, Winter Soldier, and the Avengers. All right. Brazil says, agree with Marvel on Black Panther, and I like Doctor Strange too. Oh, snap. I do love Black Panther, though. Doctor Strange, I only saw it once. I thought it was okay.
They got worse for me on the second watch, and now I don't want to watch it again.
I love it every time I watch it. I think
Really?
you both are crazy in my opinion.
I don't know, man. Like when I was watching, I'm like, okay, he's vibing in regards to going for that Iron Man feel and everything, and trying to be Inception and Paprika. But
Yeah, and then Mads Mikkelsen is in, and you're like, you want to really like the movie. But
oh yeah, because I
totally forgot about that. The villain is horrible.
I was gonna say, take a shot for every time that Marvel gets a really good actor and then doesn't use them.
Yeah,
We'd all be dead.
Blanchett.
Yeah, Kate Blanchett. That's another one. It's like
that character had a lot of potential. They just disposed of her so quickly in one movie.
Yeah, that's true. That part is true.
Taika Waititi.
It would have been great to see her in like Infinity War or something. I mean, it'd be too much, I guess.
Oh, Brazil says watch Doctor Strange in 3D. Some incredible scenes.
Maybe.
So it's funny you mentioned that, Bootzilla, because I didn't see Doctor Strange in theaters. Believe it or not, I did not see it in theaters. Was it a good theater experience for you guys?
Yeah.
I didn't see it in theaters either. I was in Job Corps.
Oh wow! So Sergey was the only one that saw in theaters.
But
Sergey, did
I
you
was
see it in
I
3D?
actually,
No, I didn't.
somebody put in Job Corps. I paid $1 to have it downloaded on my phone via the promotional copy, and I used to watch it every day after class. I love that
Really?
movie. Yeah, I love it. It was actually Doctor Strange, Live by Night, and How to Be Single on
Huh.
repeat. All three of
Well,
them
we all
back.
know which one was your favorite of those three.
Of
Doctor
course
Strange.
you. Of course you. No, it's How to Be Single. You
I
know
know,
it.
I know. How to Be Single was the one that you were trying to get in the top 100, but
I didn't try to get not. That's
I
my
thought you
favorite
did.
movie, and I will not force it on anybody. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's not my business. But I love that movie.
But it also says I saw it in 3D in theaters and I have a 3D TV. Oh, that's sick. I want to get a 3D TV because I do have like the fly on 3D, and I feel like Gravity in 3D. I remember seeing
Just
that in
get a
theaters.
projector.
That's not a bad idea.
Then you don't need a 3D TV. Plus, I don't know if they still make 3D TVs.
I feel like James Cameron's keeping them afloat. He's like, listen,
Probably.
I got a bunch of different Avatar movies coming out pretty soon. I want you guys to stay in business. Because I think he still has those released on physical media. Like Way of Water is, yeah, 3D. Speaking of which, it's coming out in theaters in 3D
Yeah.
re-release, which is pretty cool. By the way, regarding Avengers Infinity War, Marv, since they have a different cinematographer for, is Doomsday first or is it Secret War?
Doomsday. I think that
Doomsday.
Doomsday is just the first half of Secret Wars. To be honest with you, like
Oh, okay.
in terms of adaptation, I think that Doomsday is just Secret Wars Part One, but they're not calling it that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm guessing, I'm just guessing, but I looked up the artwork. From what I can tell, all the artwork, like it's hard to say, but I know that this is the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the new Avengers, coming together. And I guess from maybe all the juicy stuff is probably saved for Secret Wars. I'm really trying to figure out how they're doing it, because before it was Kang Dynasty, which I understood how they were going to do that, because that was going to be like, you know, you can even telegraph how that was going to go, because you could have Kang, going to all these different alternate timelines. So it kind of fit, but they had to pivot, obviously, which that's not their fault, obviously.
Yeah.
But when you bring Doom in and you want to adapt Secret Wars, which they're already going to do, now I'm trying to figure out. So is they're going to just take Kang out and put Doom there and just do that anyway? I don't know how they're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep an open mind. I
And
think,
there's a rumor that Kang is back. So I would love that. I would love that. I like Majors as Kang.
I mean, he was the one bright spot for Quantumania. So
Mhm.
I would, yeah. Man, that movie gave me a headache. I had a Marv headache watching that movie in theaters. I
It's
was like,
better
oh
than The Lighthouse, though.
no,
Uh,
that's fake news. That's fake news. Quantumania. I I don't think even if someone paid me, I don't think I could watch it again. I really don't.
I don't
I
think I
might
could
I
ever.
might sit through that than Doctor Strange 2 though.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, because
What if
both.
you watch them both as a double feature?
Am I
Uh,
committing suicide afterwards?
yeah, didn't we, I think the three of us we saw Doctor Strange 2 together. And I remember it was so baffling, like the after credit scenes with like the third eye. I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, I think that was the first time I realized. I was like, I think they just stopped caring, because they just put that out and they just expected everybody to come out, and everybody did. It made a lot of money.
Yeah, it really
But I
did.
was just
Yeah,
like,
that almost made $1 billion, right?
yeah, and I was just like, wow. And to this day, it breaks my heart, because I know that you guys really aren't comic fans like that. But for me personally, all I see is, because I see the decline of the genre as a whole, and they're a big part of why. And it didn't have to be like that. I could tell you right now, three movies that would have literally, if they would have just did them the right way, this would never have been a thing. Doctor Strange 2. If you do it correctly, how it was supposed to be done, then they reshot it to death. It not only would have made a lot of money, and it would have had cultural impact. It would have literally reshaped the entire, just the genre, but it would have reshaped the studio, because of what they were trying to do. They were going to, like, go back, like they had a Tom Cruise cameo, an Emily Blunt cameo. All that was scrapped. They reshot the whole movie, and I think it was some COVID problems. That you can't blame anybody for that. But they just the Bob Chapek era, from what I got from the article with Kevin Feige, was that Bob Iger, he had a plan, like he wanted to keep things coming in, but he like gave a stamp of approval on certain things. Bob Chapek just wanted expansion. So he was literally like no cap, Chad, quantity over quality. That was his mandate. So he didn't care about any of that. So he just yeah, send it out. You put it out. Moon Knight, put it out. She-Hulk, put it out. All that garbage. And it's sad. And then you had
Is WandaVision included in that garbage?
no. WandaVision, people love that movie.
Okay.
That show. That is good. Leave WandaVision alone.
I mean, that's what I always say, Marv. It's I'll use another popular franchise. It's like Star Wars. The reason why that franchise thrived for so long was because it was like, oh my goodness, we haven't seen a movie in 10 years. It builds anticipation. It makes it less special if you're getting one or two or three every single year, because it's like, oh yeah, I got to try to keep up, as opposed to I need to set aside 3 hours. I need to make this an
That
event.
worked. But that worked for a long time. People liked keeping up, but the quality declined. If the quality was there, nobody would have a problem keeping up.
Well, that's why you spend a lot of time on, like, I'll use the Avatar franchise as an example. They spent years and years and years and years and years working on it. So the
Not
anticipation
writing,
was built in. Hmm?
not writing. They didn't.
No, writing they did. I
I
don't know
know
if you.
that was a. I was throwing a shot at it, Chad.
Oh no, because they had a writers' room. I think it's 4 writers,
I
and
know, Chad. I'm
no,
dissing them. I'm dissing them. I'm
no.
dissing them right now. I want to diss them because the dialogue has not improved, and I'm upset.
I mean, I don't think the dialogue's bad.
It kind of is, and it hurts me to say it, but it's kind of true.
Really, you think the dialogue in the Avatar
That
movies?
was actually a criticism when it first came out, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then, like over time, I will watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what they're talking about." Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, the dialogue's amazing, but I'm not also sitting here saying like, oh yeah, it's bad. It's solid. It gets
No,
the
no, no,
job
no, no.
done.
Like, no, it's not solid. It's actually in some parts, it's actually really bad. Like, it's like I could do better than this. Like, it's that bad.
Like, what's an example?
Let me go back to. I would say Avatar 2, but I haven't watched it in a while, so I can't really. I don't want to speak to it. Avatar 1. I think everything that Jake Sully says, almost everything, not a, like 85% of what he says out of his mouth is bad writing, bad dialogue.
Well, give like an example of one of those instances of bad dialogue.
I'm not going to paraphrase, but I'll just say, yes, I'm going to become one of the Navi people. I'm going to become a man. I'm going to get my legs back. And how he said it really, really upset me. I was
He
very.
said he
Well,
wants to get his legs back.
I said I wasn't
well,
paraphrasing.
okay, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad dialogue. That'd be your
Bad writing.
criticism would be acting, because that's the execution of how it's delivered. Because how the line itself, with your paraphrasing, doesn't
I said I
sound bad.
wasn't
It
paraphrasing. I said I
just
wasn't
kind of
paraphrasing.
sounds on the nose, which is fine, because we're following someone that is a yes man who's trying to find himself, or he doesn't realize it yet, but he's trying to find who he's going to be. And so I don't know. I don't think that's bad. Just think Sam Worthington is solid, but I've gained a lot of
No,
respect for him because
he's a
seeing
he's a
him.
he's a bad actor.
See, at first I thought maybe, but I'm like, no, he works on the Avatar movies, and those performances, especially as the Na'vi, that's difficult, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes, like that's a lot. I mean,
Everybody else does a good job.
yeah, I mean, I think he does a good job too,
No,
but
no,
I'm
I said
saying this,
everybody else does a good job. You said it's hard and demanding. It is. Everybody else
yeah.
besides him does a great job. He's a bad actor, but it's okay though.
I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad in those movies. I just think that because he spent so much time with those movies, he kind of gets typecast, and so people are just like, yeah,
I've
whatever.
I've been watching Sam Worthington for a long time. I don't think he's ever given a good performance.
I don't know about that.
I thought Hacksaw Ridge was really good, honestly.
I forgot he was in that. That's to tell you something. I forgot he was even in that movie. I love that movie. That's
By the
crazy.
way, Buzilla says they don't make them. I've had a Vizio since 2012. Don't make them anymore. I mean, regarding like the 3D TV. So
Yeah,
I guess I'm out of luck.
yeah,
But you know,
yeah.
uh,
That's why those projectors would be good.
we're gonna pull an Endgame. I'm gonna go back in time and get that. He also says Doomsday is going to be so expensive, like 500 to 700 million. I honestly wouldn't be surprised because I
Is
know.
it gonna draw the audience though?
Yes, it will. It is going to be massive. I don't think you understand what I'm telling you. This is going to be
I'm
it.
not hearing any hype for this movie. Chad, are you hearing
Yes.
anything?
So one of my friends, you both know, he is out of the loop with the Marvel movies. He says he doesn't care about them, but he does. He did tell me that he's like, when they come out with this next two-parter of the Avengers, I will be there.
Is it because of the X-Men?
It's more so the fact that I'll use TV shows as an example. If you're watching an ABC show where there's like 22 episodes, a lot of times in that middle section, there's a lot of flab. There's just, a lot of things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But then you get to a two-parter at the very end, and there's a lot of stuff that happens. And that's kind of how he views it. It's how I view it as well. And I think he expects that there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens. And I think a lot of people do. Am I super excited for it? Not really. I mean, I don't know. I'm going in with an open mind, but I'm not like stoked for it, if you will.
I couldn't be more happier to watch this movie. It breaks my heart that they delayed it 7 months because I was so ready to watch it. I have to go through 2 football seasons before I can watch it.
They can take as long as they want, as long as it's good. Like they don't need to rush things.
Well, hopefully,
Especially for an Avengers movie, like there's a built-in audience, so they really shouldn't rush it. I agree.
I actually the weird part is I think Secret Wars would probably be like the real juice because like you're gonna have Planet Hawk and you're gonna have Battle World. Oh my, Battle World. Oh,
You all right?
this Battle World, man. Like you don't even understand what I'm. This movie is going to. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to just tell you the story.
No
and then we'll-
spoilers.
I haven't seen the movie. How is it a spoiler?
I know you read the comics, so.
You know the arc.
So I mean, it won't be the exact same. But
Isn't
I'm
it?
going to.
By the way, isn't it going against Dune Messiah?
That's not going to happen.
You don't think that's
know
going to
it.
happen?
Wow, no. Warner
I
Brothers
will tell
is
you this,
retarded.
Marv. I will tell you this. Put my chips on the table. If that does happen, I mean, realistically, I'll see both movies in the same day. But if I did not have AMC A-list and I had $20, actually, we'll say $25, and it was like, okay, which are you going to watch that day? I would choose Dune Messiah, hands down.
I would have to see the trailer.
For Dune, really?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said it yourself. You were satisfied with Dune. That you don't need
did
another
say
movie.
that.
I was, but Marv also hyped up Dune Messiah.
Well, don't use
Why?
me. Don't use me.
Yeah, I'm using you, Marv.
Don't use me because I personally think
You
that
literally
Dune-
told me, you're like, Chad, this is going to change everything. I can't
I
even
did say that, but you are the person who said you didn't like Dune Messiah.
I don't know anything about Dune Messiah. All I heard that it's very like brooding and it's him like walking around. And don't get me wrong, I like brooding. I like people just walking around. But at first I was like, I don't know. But then you're like, Chad, there's some plot revelations that are just like
I am
insane.
gonna read the book, and that will be enough information for me, probably.
Regarding like which you'll be more excited for.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I truly do feel that Dune Messiah will be awesome, like next level awesome. Like I think
What
it'll be
makes you think that?
They're shooting. Well, first of all, they're shooting on film, which is insane.
awesome.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like,
I think Dune Messiah will be a masterpiece. I really believe that. I don't think it's a way that it can't be a masterpiece.
well, and it's also Denis Villeneuve's last film in the franchise, so he's going to try to go out with a bang. The cinematographer, I mean, I think Hans Zimmer he's back, from what I understand. And then let's see who the new cinematographer is going to be. Why isn't Dune Messiah showing up? Just manually do it.
Is that the last Dune movie, or are they gonna finish the rest of the books?
I think that should be the last one.
We all know they're going to make like 60 movies. So
I don't think that they are because
you don't think so?
no, I think that it'll end here I think that they'll probably do something on HBO Max or something, or try to
I
do like
still
a.
yet to watch the show, by the way.
I
I
heard it was
haven't
awful.
seen it either.
I heard it was awful, so I didn't watch it.
I heard it
Uh,
was solid based on the ratings I saw. I don't know. So the cinematographer that's going to be doing Dune Messiah is Linus Sandgreen, who let's see
he
what
did First
did.
Man, and he did No Time to Die.
Okay.
Yeah, and La La Land,
Okay.
and I know Sergey and I disagree about this one, but he also did Saltburn. Say what you about the movie.
I mean, I'm not judging the look of the movie. I'm judging by the material of the movie.
Yeah, but really good cinematographer. So I think we're in good hands. I hope that those two studios. I hope that they duke it out though, because that could be a Barbie Oppenheimer situation.
That is not how that's going to go.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you
Comment
do do
section
do,
down below.
do,
Will you
do,
guys be
do,
seeing both?
do I know box office? Do you think I know box office?
Of course.
Dune Messiah has no shot. None.
Really?
None. None. Absolutely no shot. And I want to see it more than both of you put together. It
I,
has
I
no
mean,
shot.
I mean, spoiler
Even
alert.
if Doomsday is terrible, none.
Spoiler alert, Marv. One of those is going to make my top 10 most anticipated for next year, and the other one probably won't even be an honorable mention. If I'm
You
being
don't
honest.
like Marvel movies, dude.
No, it's not that. I mean, I'm going in optimistic with this new Avengers, but I'm not over the moon, so to speak.
The only reason I'm like slightly excited is because of the X-Men. That's it.
I,
And the
I
X
don't
Men will
care
probably
about
be
these new
interesting.
Avengers.
you guys should read, or if you're not going to read the comic, you should like do like a what do they do, like an analysis of the comic where you can like it'll go through the story and the plot beats and stuff. You
Why? I
like
just
I'm
want to experience the movie without knowing anything.
okay.
That's how.
Because
I mean, that's how I'm going in with. Honestly, both of them. Like Dune Messiah, I know next to nothing
like dude,
other than what Marv said, which is that he's walking around.
if but it's more
That's
than
all.
him just
You know?
walking around. It's a lot going on that I won't get into.
No.
I'll
I know because I remember you were like, "Do you want to know more, Chad?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good. That's all I need to know. Just walking around." I'm like, I'm
Walking
cool with
around.
that.
oh,
I'm like,
but
I'll take that.
I think with him at the helm, I think it'll be a satisfactory trilogy. I don't like the first movie pretty much at all, for real.
Wow.
The second movie I love, as you both know. This movie might really like three times top that.
I mean, I like both Dune films quite a bit.
Nah,
I like
no,
the second
hell
one
no.
a lot more.
A
I can
lot.
see that.
The first movie is so mind-numbingly boring that I
Well,
don't.
that's
I
how the
don't know.
book is, unfortunately. Except it's the other way around. I feel like the second half of the book is a lot more boring.
But here's the weird part. Here's the weird part, right? I feel like Doom Messiah. I have not read these books, but from what I got from like finding out about it, I feel like that book is probably way better than the actual Dune book.
Really?
I haven't read it. I'm just going off of what we know about both books, the stories, and
It's a
like
lot shorter.
Dune Messiah is exactly what I like in stories. Cut to the chase, stakes, you know, and I love it. Like from what I got from it. Like if I was to like divulge to you what happens, you'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm ready for that. I would say, and as far as 2026 goes, the top of the list for me is Doomsday. Two would be The Odyssey. Three would be Doom 3. Four would be uh uh what would be my number four? I probably would have to go either I want to say Scream 7 or Scary Movie 6 for number four. And number five will probably be Silent.
Both are going to be in Sergey's top five of all time.
Let's Scream 7 for sure.
Well, I think I do believe Scream 7 I can't tell you, but I know that Scary Movie 6 is going to be a huge hit. I cannot wait to watch that movie.
And you know why it's going to be a huge hit?
The Wayans brothers.
Because it's been so long since we've got one.
Sergey hit the nail on the head. It's been 13 years. Well, it's going to be 13 years next year.
Well,
That's a
when
long
I
time.
when I say the Wayans brothers, that kind of ties into that because this is actually the first scary movie proper since 2001. Because most people don't consider 3, 4, and 5 scary movie. They were taken from them, and so when this isn't just another sequel for a sequel's sake, this is like a homecoming in a sense. So it was a lot of excitement because you get to see them do it how they would have done it if it wasn't taken from them. And I think that's the beautiful thing. And like to see Anna Faris, who I hate now because I think that she seems terrible. Because on a quick side note, have you ever heard how she had married Chris Pratt?
Um, refresh my memory.
So she worked on a movie, I believe it was Take Me Home Tonight, right? And I
He
think
did.
he was on the movie as well. And she was married at the time, but she liked him, and he would not date her or touch her because she was married. Because I guess she was flirting with him. So she went home and told her husband, like, listen, I'm just unhappy. I don't want to be with you anymore. And she went to Chris's house or his trailer and said, I told my husband I don't want to be with him anymore. I don't want to be with him anymore. So I'm ready to get boned. And he hit that night. And then they got married. And I'm just like, and then karma, came back twofold, and Chris said, I don't want to be with you anymore. You're not Christian enough, and got himself a Christian wife. I was like, wow. But I can't, I hate that type of behavior. I mean, I don't know Anna personally. She might be a nice is all, but as I told you about Tiana in One Battle After Another, that's demonic behavior, man. She's a witch to me, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, Sergey, I told Chad that's the real villain of that movie. She is the real.
She is the Jenny of that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That
She is the Jenny of that movie. She is an evil.
was the first thought that came to my mind when that movie ended. I was like,
She is the Jenny. She is the Jenny. And you know what's crazy? Chad tried to cop a play for her in the parking lot. He said, she's not evil. It's just I wouldn't want to be near her. She's evil. She
No. I
is.
said I wouldn't want to like date her or anything, but
no.
I understand where, especially since I've watched it multiple times. Like I understand where she's coming from, but
I
I
understand where
also
Thanos is coming from. He's evil. What are we doing here?
there's a
No, he
big
just wants a
difference.
sunset, okay? He's not evil.
No, I think the ripple effect of we won't talk about one battle after another right now, but seeing the ripple effect of her decisions and everything and her going against the revolution and everything was very interesting, I thought. And
Well,
it
she
just goes to show
prioritized
that
that. She
it goes
prioritized.
into the themes that the TV show Dexter tackled, which is the sins of the father. How sometimes people are born into a life that they're dealt a bad hand because of what their parents' decisions were, or in this case, their parent decision. And I think it's interesting because we see that, we hear about that all the time, and I think that PTA did a great job exploring that, and I loved it. But we do have a bunch of comments. Can Articulate says hello. Good to hear from you, Can Articulate. Hope you're doing well. Bootzilla says, I am skeptical on whether Doomsday will be massive. Marvel has lost some of its fan base, maybe more than some. I would agree with that. I do think it has lost some luster. You can see that in the box office with
It's the
Thunderbolts.
nostalgia that's still holding the ticket. Once you get rid of that, nobody's coming.
Yeah, Deadpool 3 was able to use
Again,
that to its advantage. Same with the new
Wolverine.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, the law of diminishing returns is a real thing, and nothing or nobody can top their peak. And that's just how things go. So that's why I said, even though I think this movie's going to be great, or I think it could be great, I also said that it could also be a disaster. And either way, that's interesting. To be fair, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't. I know that it has the ingredients to be awesome, but it's also very just possible that like it's just done now. Like
It's
it's a
it's going to be so funny when we have an Alien Romulus situation where we watch it. We sit down the three of us in theaters, and Marv turns to us and says, "What'd you guys think?" And Sergey and I are like, "We liked it. I thought that was quite good." And you're just like, "No, that is the worst movie I have ever seen. It should not have been made."
Wow.
I mean, I don't foresee that happening. Could I not like it? Yeah, for sure. But I didn't like Alien Romulus at first because I thought that the writing and acting was very bad. When I watched it on rewatch, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. Maybe it was the 50 milligram that had me thinking it was like the worst directed movie of all time. But it's still, the acting was not the greatest, and the writing was not the greatest. It actually felt like I was watching Don't Breathe, but with xenomorphs.
I mean, that would make sense. It's the same director.
I know, but like it just felt weird watching it like that, you know. But when I watched it again, I was like, you know what? To be honest, it's just okay. But this is more in line with what I would want to see from an alien movie than the other alien movies. Like you like what is it, Chad? The movie that I gave you, Covenant,
Oh
right?
yeah. You gave me the 4K. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. Right now, mind you, I think it has great moments, great scenes. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
movie. It's
Oh
very
yeah.
beautiful. It's a very beautiful movie. In fact, I might even watch it later. But even though it's beautiful and I think it's well directed, I think story wise, it just sucks. Now I know that you're going to say it's a mad scientist movie. That's fine. The story just sucks. Like I'll never forget watching it and people laughing at it. Remember I told you me and my aunt were laughing at Prometheus? It was like that times
I was
three
gonna say that
times.
happens to you with every Alien movie,
No, no, you don't
minus
understand.
Romulus, because I didn't
No,
laugh.
no, you don't understand. When I saw Prometheus, the entire audience laughed at it. When I saw
Which
Alien
part?
Covenant, uh, the end with David when he was talking to Dr. Shaw,
Okay.
everybody started walking out at that part.
Why were they
Like
laughing at that?
they thought the movie was corny and stupid. People literally got up and left. My
They
aunt
just
was
didn't
literally
understand it.
people was literally hollering and laughing at it. My aunt was in tears. Like I was, and me and my brother were roasting it, and that was my second time watching it. I was like, I want to see if you guys like it. I wasn't sold on it the first time, and my mom to this day, my mom says, "Son, I can't trust your recommendation of movies. You took me to see Prometheus." That's she literally says
Wait,
that.
look, wait till she hears Chad's favorite movies.
She wouldn't even take him seriously. She literally laughs at my face. You took us to see Prometheus as a family. You get to know like she like
My first recommendation would be The Lighthouse. I would never. She would never take my recommendations again.
she would turn it off. She wouldn't even entertain it. Like she'd be like, "Please get this off my TV." I'm honest. That's what she really would say.
She'd get a
But
minute in. It's black and white. Nope, we're not doing this.
it's not about black and white. The movie sucks.
I know.
But we're not talking about that garbage. We're talking about Alien.
I was gonna say we have a bunch of comments.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Godzilla, I hope it's good, but I'm skeptical. I'm with you. Can't articulate says I'd watch Doomsday over Dune Messiah. Whoa. He also says Dune Part 1 over Part 2. Interesting. I don't know. I need to rewatch them both. I'm planning to at some point watch them back to back. That could be a deciding factor. But I like them both a lot. Godzilla, Jumanji 4 comes out a week before Doomsday. Dune 3, Ice Age 6 a week after, and Shrek 5 2 weeks after that. See, this is a good example right here. I didn't even realize there was a Jumanji 4 coming out.
I didn't even realize there was a Jumanji 3, first of all.
Jumanji 4 is going to be nice. I can't wait to watch that. I like those movies.
Yeah, I like watching a movie and forgetting about it 10 minutes after.
They're still pumping out Ice Age movies?
Yeah, dude. I need to finally watch those movies. I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of them at my dentist office years ago, but I don't think I've ever actually seen an Ice Age movie. So I need to watch those movies where a guy's, trying to get his nut on.
That's like the best part of it. That's literally the only thing.
No, that's not true. It's about Diego and Sid.
Godzilla says, can't articulate, it's close, but I can't say I totally disagree regarding the Dune movies. Fair. Bootzilla says, Scream 7, they need to stop. He's on the same page as Sergey. Can't articulate, little known movie, but I'm looking forward for Wuthering Heights.
Oh, okay.
My wife is actually reading the book
Yeah.
right now, so that's going to be a Valentine's Day movie for sure. I'm excited. That trailer, they shot it in VistaVision, Marv. VistaVision looks beautiful. Director's 2 for 2 for me, so I'm excited. And I did see the original Wuthering Heights. I think it came out in 1940, but I forgot about it. So I'm technically going in with like a fresh perspective. Next comment, Can Articulate says, one battle after another, quite good indeed. Seen it twice now, liked it the second time around more. My man, I like hearing that. Yeah, honestly.
The second time, I'll like it more on the second watch.
By the way, one reason why I thought Marv would like it is because of that like fast-paced nature where it's just like it's go, go, go. And I would say a half hour in, I like turned to Marv and I was like, oh, he's really like I saw him like moving forward. I'm like, PTA's got him. Aren't you glad you gave PTA a second chance, Marv?
No, because that doesn't mean I'm like his other movies.
No, but at least because originally Marv was like, I hate the Master. I'm like, yeah, but it's totally different from the Master. It's
I'll put it to you this way.
Totally different.
I really love the Northman, right? I still don't like Robert Eggers.
Well, I mean, you still gave his other movies a shot, which is good.
Well, I mean,
and you liked Nosferatu except for the beard.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way. No. Put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way. When I saw The Witch, when he was a novice, when he first came out, I was expecting something totally different from what it actually was. I didn't hate it like a lot of audiences hated it, but I definitely was disappointed. I grew to appreciate it because I got to see what he was going for. So it is what it is. I'll just take it for what it is. I won't hate on it because he was going for something and we were sold something that it wasn't. So I can't blame that on him. That's not fair. His second movie, as you know, I truly hate it. I don't like that movie. I'm not even being funny. I'm not. If you like it, if you both like it, you know what I'm saying. God bless you both. I will not. I don't yuck other
It's
movies.
solid. It's probably his second best movie.
Absolutely. Please stop talking. I'm sorry I said that. That movie is awful. I hate it. But let me get off.
I don't own a single Robert Eggers movie.
Please don't own that one. Let's not talk about it. Okay. So that movie I hate. But what was the third one? The Northman. The Northman. I didn't see it in theaters. Best movie. That is, yeah, that's his best movie for sure. It has a terrible opening 15 minutes. After that, we're off and running. Okay, they should cut that out. In fact, I might do a Marv cut. Right? But The Northman's great. I would say The Witch is his second best movie. Nosferatu, like I explained to Chad a while ago, I think it's a fine movie. Technically, story-wise, it's okay. I don't need to watch it really because I think that story's done better as Vampire in Brooklyn. It's the same plot. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen that.
No, but I just today watched Werner Herzog's Nosferatu, and I think that's a better movie.
I like that one.
I think when I watched Vampire in Brooklyn not too long after I watched Nosferatu, I was like, this is the same plot. And so I don't have no need to watch Nosferatu. I can just watch Vampire in Brooklyn.
That, Bram Stoker's Dracula, there's just other options. I have no need to watch it.
But that's what I like about these classic stories is that they all have a director's vision and they all feel unique because of that director's vision. Like Francis Coppola's vision is very bright and colorful, and then you have Robert Eggers' vision, which is more like a monochrome look, but at the same time still having these blues and grays. And then you have Werner Herzog's film, which is a much more like classical approach. It has like that 70s aesthetic because of like the film stock that was used and everything. So I don't know. I like the fact that we have options depending on my mood. Like those three I mentioned, I really liked. The one you mentioned, Marv, I'll probably watch just because I'm like, I think it's.
I don't think either of you would like it. I truly don't. I don't. Do you like Wes Craven?
Yeah.
Maybe you might like it then.
Yeah, I like Wes Craven.
It's kind of like a B movie. It's like tonally. I guess you guys would probably say it's inconsistent. I like the mix of tone. It's like
wait, so that's a Wes Craven film?
Yeah, it's
then I'll definitely watch it.
It's like part schlocky, part slapstick, part horror. I don't know. Like you guys probably won't think it works. I just ate it up as a genre junkie. I just ate it up.
Is it like Scream, where it's like balancing multiple kind of
It's balancing them, but you guys, I can see you guys saying that it doesn't work for you tonally. I can see you guys saying that. So I'm not even going to recommend it to you. But I love it. Because it's a comedy, but it's a horror movie, but it's a romantic thriller. I don't know. It's just a bunch of different things, and it shouldn't work, but to me it does. But I can see you guys just shredding it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
I mean, Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett are in it, so
I think Angela does a great job. Eddie is both funny and I guess he's trying to be menacing. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's just my jam. Like, and matter of fact, it's October, right? I'm watching it soon. I'm gonna watch it in a little bit.
By the way, Buzilla says I wasn't as high on One Battle After Another as you guys were, but Tiana being Jenny is hilarious. I'm stealing that one.
She is a hoe.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, just as I've gotten older, I understand where both of them are coming from. Doesn't mean I want them in my life, but I find them to be interesting character studies.
This is a
I
gun.
mean, I understood her
This is a gun.
character.
I'm
I didn't like her as a character.
I'm gonna pull the
Yeah,
trigger.
that's fine. But that's what's great about cinemas. You get to dabble in like all these different
She
characters.
chose what she wanted to prioritize. You know, her being a revolutionary was first place, and then her being a mother was just, you know,
It wasn't even the revolution. Honestly, it wasn't even the revolution. I was telling Marv, she likes the danger of it all. She likes the thrill of it. That's one of the reasons why, without spoiling the movie for those that haven't seen it, it's one of the reasons why when you see her with that one character, again, I'm trying to be vague here, that one character with what they do in the bedroom and everything, it's like it's all about power. It's all about the thrill of potentially something happening to one of them, like getting killed and everything. So that's what she loves. That's what, you know.
I would just
really
like to say, stop clapping please for hoes, man. It's killing me. It's killing
I'm
me.
not. I'm just saying, like, I thought that was very fascinating because a character like her, we really haven't seen too much about. And I mean, the actress I'm a big fan of. She was great in, I think it was called 1,000 Words. So the fact that she was in a PTA film, so happy.
She is a hoe.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
she was horny the whole time. She was also trying to kiss DiCaprio, and he was just not giving it to her.
Chad, she's Dora.
I am completely fine with seeing those. Honestly, I feel like we need to see more of those type of characters, like in movies. We need to bring.
No, they should be condemned. Well, I wish they would have showed her being like, you know, thrown into an ocean and dying slowly.
Oh, because that would have worked. No, if they had done, I mean, again, one of the reasons why I love One Battle After Another is that it's a film that keeps on giving, but at the same time, it also trusts audiences. And I feel like if something like that would have worked in like a hardcore action film, like I don't know, like Die Hard or something, but something like this, no, that wouldn't have worked.
So if you would have saw her get her head blown off, you would have felt you wouldn't like the movie as much? Because I think I would have loved it even more.
No, I wouldn't have. If anything, I feel like it would have undercut the ending.
I feel like she wasn't in the movie long enough.
I would disagree. I think
that if you saw her get her head blown off, but you still got, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you still
I don't know how that fits the context of the movie though. Why would it be?
Why would it what?
Why would her head be blown off?
I don't know. Just somebody had to make it happen. Like if Lockjaw could have did that, or Leo wouldn't do it.
But if Lockjaw, just so we don't spoil anything for those that haven't seen it. The fact that you guys are talking about her character says that the little bit of time that she was in had a lingering effect, and that is
because she's evil. She's a villain. That's what villains do.
Her lack of presence is what lingers in the whole movie, because you're trying to find out more about her character.
Oh, dude, I think you need to rewatch the film. There's so much you can read into her character. That's one of the reasons why I loved rewatching the film, because she says so much just through her eyes. Like, great performance, honestly. Really, really good performance.
I have a question for the audience. Listen, leave a comment if you feel Marv on this one, but I think that this woman is truly evil. She's the villain of the movie. She's probably the best villain of the year, to be honest with you. Please comment if you think that she's a vile, disgusting creature who needs to burn in hell. Comment, thumb up if you agree with me.
I'm sure there's people like that in real life. I'm not.
They need to do the same thing. They're disgusting, vile human beings who should burn in hell. I'm not changing it because there is real people like that. We know real people like that. Dora, hello.
Well, we don't give her no.
You don't give her no slack,
That'll be
Chad.
hilarious if she's watching.
No, but I have said, like, even though I don't like her, I understand where she's coming from.
Disgusting, vile human being who deserves to burn in hell.
But that's different. I always try to have like, I don't have to necessarily agree with someone, but I can still have empathy and understand where they're coming from.
No.
That's just me. That's the critic in me. I think it's important. It helps broaden horizons, especially with watching.
Let you know what's her name? Proximita. What was her name? Beverly Hills. What was her name? We're just gonna call her Tiana. If you knew what Tiana did to you, what she did, I would love to see you try to say what you just said to me.
Well, I'm gonna pull a Sergey card. I wouldn't have been in that situation to begin with.
I would have
been watching Battle of Algiers and saying I'm doing my part.
No.
Let's be real. That would have been me.
You see how he copped the police, Sergey? He didn't even want to own up to it.
Sometimes when Sergey and I are talking, I'm like, imagine this, and Sergey will say it. I'm like, I would have been in that situation.
Because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. She's evil, a blood-sucking demon who deserves to die. Let's check the comments. Does anybody agree with Marv?
We still have some catching up. Bootzilla says Marv's mom banished him to the Shadow Realm for Prometheus. Oh gosh. They count Robin Williams' Jumanji as the first movie. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Then I was wondering, I'm like, did I miss the Jumanji movie?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can't Articulate says, I agree with Marv. Egger's second movie should be erased from memory. Wow.
Yes.
Also, Nosferatu was boring, but I'm going to rewatch for spooky season. I won't say my ranking because I do plan on doing a Robert Eggers ranking, but we'll just put it this way. It's pretty much the opposite of Marv's. Can't Articulate, she was evil but wasn't the villain. I agree. Lockjaw was the villain.
No, he's an idiot. She's the real villain.
He was. But I mean,
I won't say anything.
Let's be honest, though. I mean, right now, with what we're seeing in our country, you can be evil and buffoonery.
No, thoughts are still ruining the country. We just got to keep it a stack, okay?
Thoughts not running the country, though.
Yes, it is. Her name is Melania, and she's
she's not doing anything.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
What is she doing?
She's collecting her credit score. She's running them numbers up.
We wish. We'd love to see that orange guy bankrupt.
Just because you don't see her, that's how villains are. She's in the background while he's shouting.
She's not doing anything.
She's massaging his ego. I'm telling you, she's getting to work. She's putting her hair in the bun.
She's preventing a nuclear war is what she's doing. She better massage.
There's going to be a movie about her. How I stopped World War III.
Melania has her hair in the bun right now on her knees getting to it, okay? She's doing the devil's work. I'm trying to tell you.
Please, they haven't touched each other in years.
I was going to say, there was recently an argument between them from what I saw, and I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
By the way, we're in government shutdown.
Yeah. This is the third time in the last, 6-7 years, and it's all been under a certain administration. So it's all been set.
The government is shut down?
Yeah.
So
doesn't mean it's the purge out there, but
Marv's like, we're heading that way.
I can go rob an ATM then.
You're like, shit, that was an empty one.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I'll get some money.
Drink.
I just think of Breaking Bad and ATMs.
Oh yeah. Specifically, Marv needs to watch. Marv, I was gonna say the scene. I'm like, Marv hasn't seen it. So you gotta watch it, Marv.
You gotta watch I Know What You Did Last Summer or the morning show. My offer's still standing.
I'm with you. I'm getting to there. Can't Articulate says Infinity War to Melanie Trump. Yeah, I guess she's Gamora in this situation.
Yeah.
Age-wise, I meant. There's like By the way, we didn't do ratings. I gave Infinity War I'm surprised there hasn't been a lot of discussion about Infinity War in the comment section, but I gave Infinity War a 4 out of 5. Sergey, what's your rating?
I forget. I think it was 4 out of 5 or 4.25. Yeah, something like that. 4.25.
Marv?
4.
Wow. Okay, we give it the same rating.
I think Iron Man Now that I look at it and I've readjusted all my ratings, I think Iron Man's the only one I've given 5 stars to.
I love
Oh wow,
Iron Man's a great movie.
I do like Iron Man.
And
So
then
shit.
Endgame is and Winter Soldier like right there.
Those are good
Oh
choices.
no. Guardians of the Galaxy I gave 5 stars to.
That's one I'm utterly terrified to rewatch because I enjoyed it in theaters, but that was 11 years ago, and how many James Gunn movies later? I mean, before all the James Gunn movies that I've seen now. So I don't know. I mean,
I
maybe I
still enjoy the first one. The second one I have no reason to rewatch. And then
I didn't like the second one.
the third one I really didn't like.
Third one I enjoyed, but again, going back to undercutting certain dramatic scenes, like ever since I got Dexter, I've been more what's it called? I feel even more empathy with like violence towards animals. So that movie delving into it, there was like certain moments where I was like, oh wow, it's emotional. But then they would inject humor. I'm like, I kind of wanted to dwell in this serious nature of these topics, but I guess we'll have a joke here and just kind of undercut this moment, but it is what it is. Bootzilla says, I think of Barbershop and ATMs. I don't think any of you have seen that movie. I think Marv's seen the Barbershop movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. When he tried to break into the ATM. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time. You might know this one, Boots. He says, "You must not know me. I'm Shot Town's finest." And then he can't get in the ATM. And then he says, "I don't know what to do. What's my mama's code?" And he tries to put in the code to open the ATM. It's hilarious. I probably butchered the joke, but I love that. I think about it every day. I love that scene.
The second one's the one that Malcolm D. Lee directed, right?
No, he did the third one.
Oh, the third one. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll watch the first two because I need to watch the third one to watch all Malcolm D. Lee's films. So
I mean, they're classics, so you should watch them.
gotta show them to me, Marv.
You don't what? Don't blame it on me, dude. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
No, I am excited for the third one. Malcolm D. Lee, I think he's doing Girls Trip 2, right? That's coming out soon.
It'll never come out.
You don't think so?
No, it would have been came out already.
Oh. I was in production. Butilla says, yes, that was Anthony Anderson. Okay.
No. That was not Anthony. He was the other one. The guy we're talking about was Lamont Tate with the brown jersey and the brown skull cap. Anthony Anderson had left, and then he left him. The character's name is Billy with the ATM, and he started talking to it and trying to get the money out.
Lorenz
That's
Tate's brother.
yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. They look exactly alike too. He's hilarious in the movie. It's such a good movie because when you watch it, it's so relatable for me because that's my childhood. Not the movie itself, well, it is, but like what happens in the movie, that's just my child. Like I tell you, like Baby Boy, when I watch it, like I see real life. That's Barbershop. That stuff happens every day.
Makes sense. By the way, so the next up in terms of movies will be one that I showed you, Marv, Back to the Future, which is actually coming back to theaters at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So
Is
I'm
it?
excited to talk about that one.
I would go see it. But I feel like I wish it wasn't on that day.
Yeah, coming out Halloween weekend. I agree.
Well, it's only for that one night, right?
No. It's playing for an entire week.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'll go. I'll find a way to go watch it.
They've been advertising pretty heavily.
Which days was it?
It is October 30th, I believe, is the first date.
Okay.
Yeah, October 30th. There is like the first early screening, and then Halloween Day.
Are you seeing it in theaters?
I don't know because I know that's going to be a day where there's Begonia coming out, and then I think there's a couple other films coming out that day. So I don't know.
You're seeing one battle after another 5 more times, right?
I'm gonna pull a Marv. I'm gonna see that every single day for the next 5 years.
You got to be like that one guy who watched Groundhog Day.
Oh my goodness. That would be funny. By the way, I didn't even mention it to you guys. Oh, actually, no, I mentioned it to Marv yesterday. The cut that I saw, like the test screening,
right?
that is
8
the
minutes?
cut That's the cut that you guys saw too.
Okay, so there wasn't any 8 minutes cut off or anything.
No, I was going back and I was looking. They revealed on Monday that they cut out 8 to 10 minutes. I saw a Sunday screening, so there's no possible way that they would have on a Saturday or Sunday cut out 8 to 10 minutes right before showing it to New Jersey, and I forget what the other state was that did a test screening. So I think there was a couple test screenings a week or two prior. I think they cut based on those test screenings. So
I have a question for you guys.
what's up?
Would you guys be interested in to go seeing Scream on the big screen?
Scream on the big screen.
Yeah.
Possibly. I do like the first one.
I do like the first one.
Well, it's the second part to that question.
Oh boy.
Would you go see it at AMC Plymouth Meeting?
Plymouth Meeting. Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to book a ticket for this. I think I have to go see this.
Which day is it?
October 22nd. It's a Wednesday.
What time?
7.
Possibly.
So now we know October 22nd we will not be doing a live stream.
Yeah, probably not now. Because I have,
Hey, at least we know. At least we know in advance.
I have to see this in theaters. I don't know if I'll ever get this chance again.
All right, I'll give you that. I mean, let's see what movie it is that we're potentially backtrack. Before. I see the reason why Marv wants to avoid
Which movie?
Before Sunrise. He wants to.
I told you I don't have a problem watching that. You don't.
It's not even that long.
I don't even
like
mind
6 hours
watching
long,
it.
I think.
Well, that's if you're watching the whole trilogy.
Marv better watch the whole trilogy.
No, it stops after the first movie, and you could just only watch the first one; it'll be fine.
That is true. That's the nice thing about that series. You only have to watch the first. You could stop at the second. Really depends on what you want.
Yeah, because there's large breaks, in that story.
9 years for each one, which is amazing. But yeah, so next week, depending on our schedule, it will be Back to the Future, and then week after that should be Batman Begins. So
that sounds like 2 bankers.
That gives me reason to rewatch that entire trilogy because it's been a very long time.
Yeah, I don't think you've logged the Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. Right?
No, just Batman Begins.
Oh, my back.
Yeah. You all right, Marv?
I hurt my back a while back, and it's getting better, but it still hurts. I think I don't know if I sprained it or what, but it hurts.
Dang, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. It's getting better. It hurt. It was so bad. I don't know if it was a week and a half ago, but whenever I did it, it hurt really bad. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't stand up. It felt like I had slipped the disc. So, yeah, getting old.
Did you go to the
sucks.
doctors?
No. I rested like, it's said to do, and I felt better. I slept on the floor a lot, and I slept like kind of like crooked on a couch, and that's what really did it. And so, ever since then, I've been sleeping like either on the bed or like on something soft. I try not.
You're over here volunteering to sleep on the couch on Airbnb week all the time.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair one. But that can't be a thing. I think I'll just bring my air mattress next time.
No, we're gonna make sure. Now that we'll talk about it as soon as we're done because we have a couple more minutes. Hold that thought. Bootzilla says, "Back to the Future masterpiece." Yep. Bootzilla, I can't type today. Sorry, guys. No, dude, no worries. Bootzilla. I'm just glad that you're partaking in this live stream. I'm surprised not a lot of people are tuning in for this movie. Honestly, I thought this would be the one that so many people. I was not expecting like American Beauty and like Apocalypse Now one to be like the big ones, but I guess that's good. I don't know, but next week I suspect a lot of people will tune in for Back to the Future because we have a lot to talk about with that one.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that haven't seen it, so hopefully they can join for the movie theater experience. I don't know why they keep like holding off on it, but
I'm excited.
Seeing it on the big screen is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
No, I actually
It's hard not to like that movie.
I actually
Yeah.
stopped caring about that screening once I saw Scream. I said, I'm booking this ticket.
See, Back to the Future, I want to experience in theaters. Scream, I like it. I don't think I need to see it in theaters.
This is insanity. Scream is a classic, and it's a
I'm
masterpiece.
not saying it's not. I just don't need to see it in theaters. In fact, I don't even own it on Blu-ray.
I need some type of jump rope to hang myself because I'm so upset. What are you talking, man? This is a cornerstone picture. A cornerstone picture. This movie
I was
is
not expecting that.
I gave this cornerstone picture 3.5 out of 5, I think.
I think I want to jump off the Empire State Building.
Jeez, we're getting
I will
bigger
be
and
there
bigger.
watching.
No, I think I'm about to take you with me because this is malarkey.
Yeah, 3.5.
All right, we'll wrap things up, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining, and everyone that's watching. If you guys are watching the replay, stay tuned for next week. Back to the Future. Excited to talk about that. And as always, let me know your guys' thoughts on the movie down below. And until next time, we will catch you guys later.
Later.
Later.